Hello, life groups. We have reached the end of our series through the book of James. And in this series, we've covered a whole bunch of different topics. Things like pain and suffering, the role of works in our faith, the power of our words, wisdom. And to wrap things up, we're talking about wealth and judging others. When it comes to wealth, James tells us that wealth is fleeting. And while wealth isn't necessarily a bad thing, it can, at most, quickly become a replacement for God, or at the very least, become a detractor from what's most important. I think we can all acknowledge that we are blessed by what God has given us, and while you might not feel like you have the biggest house or the newest cars, when we compare our lives to the rest of the world, we are certainly wealthy. It is then our choice to become a blessing for others and using the wealth that God has given us to reach a hurting world. This leads us to James's instructions on how we treat others, specifically how we judge others. In James chapter 2, we see an illustration of the difference in treatment or the judgment between a rich man and a poor man. You see, being judgmental is incompatible with the Christian faith. Things like humility, help, and prayer cannot coexist with being judgmental. You can't be humble and look down your nose at someone else. Carey Nieuwhof says that the purpose of a Christian stepping into the life of someone else's world is not to judge someone else, but to help them instead. And lastly, you can pray about someone, but to pray for someone will diminish your judgment. So maybe this can be your prayer today. May we be a church, may we be a body of believers that is generous, using what we have to bless others. May we show compassion instead of favoritism. May we be humble, helpful, and prayerful instead of judgmental. Have a great discussion today.